The physique of Bronze Era bodybuilders, notably those from the late 19th to early 20th centuries, has often been characterized by flat chests and smaller legs compared to their modern counterparts. The rest of their body looked great, but this distinct body structure can be attributed to various factors, including the training methodologies, nutritional knowledge, and aesthetic ideals of the time. Firstly, the training techniques employed by Bronze Era bodybuilders were significantly different from those used today. During this period, weightlifting equipment was rudimentary, and exercises were primarily focused on developing functional strength rather than hypertrophy. Compound movements such as the clean and press, snatch, and bent press were common, and these exercises emphasized overall body strength and coordination rather than isolating specific muscle groups. As a result, the chest and leg muscles were not targeted as intensively, at least not as intensively as they are in modern bodybuilding routines today, leading to less pronounced development in these areas. Secondly, the nutritional science of the time was not as advanced as it is today. Bronze Era bodybuilders did not have access to the same level of knowledge about macronutrients, protein intake, and supplementation that contemporary athletes benefit from. Their diets were often based on trial and error, and while they consumed high-protein foods, they might not have achieved the optimal balance needed for maximum muscle growth. This lack of precise nutritional guidance likely contributed to less significant muscle development, particularly in the chest and legs, which require substantial protein intake for hypertrophy. Additionally, the aesthetic ideals of the Bronze Era played a crucial role in shaping the physiques of bodybuilders. During this time, the emphasis was on a balanced and symmetrical body rather than sheer muscle mass alone. The classical Greek and Roman statues served as the inspiration, with their well-proportioned and aesthetically pleasing forms. Bodybuilders aimed to achieve a similar look, focusing on overall harmony rather than developing specific groups to extreme sizes. This cultural preference influenced their training regimens and contributed to the flatter chests and smaller legs we observe. Moreover, the lack of specialized equipment and facilities also impacted the development of certain muscle groups. Modern gyms are equipped with a variety of machines and weights designed to target specific muscles, including the chest and legs. In contrast, Bronze Era bodybuilders relied on basic free weights and limited machinery, which restricted their ability to isolate and intensely train these areas. Consequently, their legs and chest did not receive the same level of focused attention as they do in contemporary bodybuilding practices. Another factor to consider is the role of performance-enhancing drugs. The Bronze Era predates synthesizing of testosterone and the widespread use of anabolic steroids and other substances that significantly boost muscle growth. Modern bodybuilders often achieve their impressive physiques with the aid of these drugs, which allow for greater muscle hypertrophy and recovery. In the absence of such enhancements, Bronze Era bodybuilders had to rely solely on natural training and nutrition, resulting in more modest muscle development, particularly in the chest and legs. Furthermore, the training volume and intensity were different in the Bronze Era. Bodybuilders of that time typically performed fewer sets and repetitions compared to modern standards. Their workouts were more focused on strength and power rather than endurance and muscle size. This lower training volume meant that muscle groups like the chest and legs, which often require high volume training to grow significantly, did not receive nearly the same level of stimulus as they do in contemporary routines because they didn't train them at all. In conclusion, the flat chests and smaller legs of Bronze Era bodybuilders can simply be attributed to a combination of factors, including the training methodologies, nutritional knowledge, aesthetic ideals, lack of specialized equipment, absence of performance-enhancing drugs, and lower training volume. These elements collectively shaped the physiques of bodybuilders during this period, resulting in a distinct and historically significant body type that contrasts with the heavily muscled forms seen in modern bodybuilding today. Now, none of this means that they looked bad, and many people still will aim to replicate such physiques, as you have probably seen on the internet before. It really gets me excited to see how much the human body is capable of without steroids. I personally prefer the natural physiques anyways more than the disgusting pharmaceutical experiments we throw on stage and call a sport, but that is just me, and you can let me know what you prefer in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video essay on why Bronze Era bodybuilders had flat chests and small legs, then please drop a like and feel free to subscribe and share if you learned anything that fascinated you or inspired you. That is my goal, so if I completed it, then mission accomplished, and I'll see you later. Have a blessed day.